partners, the media, our public officials. Thank you guys for all of your years of support. You know, as we talked about, what's going on with the future of SeaWorld, we all began to get so excited and think about it's time to really make a statement. And today is all about that statement. We asked you guys to come here to Ports of Call for a reason. Because we're going on a journey. It's going to be an incredible journey. You're going to see what the new SeaWorld is all about. What the future of SeaWorld is all about. You're going to see SeaWorld at its finest. You're going to be completely immersed in attractions that take you places you never thought you would go. And I'm glad to see all your smiling faces right here, but to see it and really feel it, we have to take this journey. And I will be your tour guide today. We'll have one place to go, and this will be the start of an incredible journey. So if you'll follow my friends through these doors, you will start a journey that you will not forget. So let's go. Places that you've never gone before, to feel the flight of a manta. And Brian, come join me and give us a description of our coming projects. Mr. Morrow.
All right. Hi, Terry.
Hey, Brian.
All right. Well, hi, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. It's nice to start the morning with a cocktail. I'm a big fan of that. So, my name is Brian Morrow. I'm the creative director here at SeaWorld Parks and Entertainment. And before we get started, I want to explain a little bit about what that title even means and what I do. I have the honor of leading an amazing team of designers and talented artists that design all the attractions and experiences that you see within our parks. And we're here today to tell you we've been very, very busy in the past few years working behind the scenes, preparing for just this day. I'm excited because I get to give you a sneak peek today of what we've been working on. These new attractions we're going to talk about are new standards. They're bigger, they're bolder, and they're the best things we've ever done. Yet they're still anchored in kind of what SeaWorld's all about. Our brand DNA hasn't changed, bringing guests closer together to each other and to this natural place that we all share. The attractions are completely immersive. They allow our guests to bond with each other, make those connections with the natural world in ways that are very unique, and more importantly, uniquely personal. That's kind of new for us. We're really going to get into a personal discussion on these attractions, which will be very new and very exciting. So the attractions as well are uniquely to Orlando. They were designed specifically for this park in this market, and you can't see them or experience them anywhere else on the planet. They're ours, and we're very proud of them. I'm going to show you all of them here in a second. So Terry mentioned that we're going on a big journey today, and so we get to kind of pick where we want to go first. It's kind of an interactive thing. So who's in favor of going to somewhere tropical and lush, rich and exotic, like a mini vacation? Show of hands. Well, okay. Let's go to Discovery Cove. Alright, there she is, Discovery Cove. At the core of everybody's guest experience at Discovery Cove is the intimate and personal connection and activity with nature. It's a very special place. And in spring of 2012, we're going to open up the next chapter of Discovery Cove with the Freshwater Oasis. Now this place is truly an oasis. It's actually best described as a tropical hideaway. It will allow our guests to explore and walk around trails filled with water, flooded from the forest, and experience and meet animals they haven't seen before, and some other little secrets. So let's talk about animals first, that's what we're all here about. The first group of animals our guests will encounter is a wonderful troop of marmoset primates. These guys are going to be all in the trees, just out of reach on the edge of the river trail, and they're going to be all over the trees and the branches and down by the river's edge, and these are going to be a kid's favorite because they're really energetic and they're always busy doing something. I don't know what they do all day long, but they're just very busy doing all the things that they like to do. Moving along, they're going to experience a cenote, which is a flooded sinkhole found in South America. And after they make it through that little cenote, they're going to be in a canyon. And in this cool canyon, they're going to find a family of Asian river otters. And these guys were selected because they're very playful, very energetic, and they like to swim. And our guests will be swimming. So what's better to swim side by side with a group of otters? We thought, we're going to do that. Other things you can do at the Freshwater Oasis, we want above and below water experiences. We have secluded beaches. this is the perfect place to kind of sneak away from the crowds and have a private swim. It's everyone's, utopia vacation, a private beach to myself, me and my family. We got it there. And my favorite, of course, is the flooded terrace. You can see it here on the walls. The flooded terrace is the place that you can unwind and kind of put the period on the end of your Discovery Cove day. It's very unique, it's very tropical, and it's quite exotic. I'm looking forward to it myself. So, that's it on the Freshwater Oasis. But we have another big park across the street, the one we're standing in, SeaWorld Orlando. So let's take a jump across the street to SeaWorld Orlando. But let's go deeper, like completely underwater. So here at SeaWorld Orlando, we're going to talk about something different. In spring of 2012, we'll be opening Turtle Trek. And Turtle Trek will be a once-in-a-lifetime journey for our guests, alongside a wonderful sea turtle. We're going to put the guests underwater with the animals on an amazing journey, a legendary journey throughout her life. Turtle Trek is best described, I'm going to say a bunch of big words and we'll talk about them later, right? It's best described as a 3D, 360 dome experience. It's the first one on the planet that we're going to be able to project 3D content on the walls and over the guest heads. It's never been done before. I've seen the testing and the mock-ups. It's really cool. Can't wait for everybody to see it. But it's going to be an amazing way to tell the story of being underwater with these animals. But let's take a couple steps back and talk about the attraction as a whole. When guests first enter Turtle Trek, the first creatures they're going to meet are actually the manatees. The manatees are very important to the SeaWorld rescue and return program. That we care for the animals, we help them, we do return them, and some can't be returned. We have to care for them long term. And manatees in SeaWorld have a long history. These animals also have a long history with our guests. They've been here for a long time. We've had manatee encounter for quite some time, since the 80s. And since then, our guests have made simple changes in their behaviors by what they've learned at Manatee Encounter, which has helped this animal. And so we're going to learn that we can actually make changes in ourselves to help animals out in the wild. The doors are going to open, and our guests will move forward to the next room. In this room, they're going to meet their guide, an educator. And this educator is going to introduce them to the sea turtles, what everybody came to see. The sea turtles also have amazing stories to tell. Actually, they're really unique is that they each have their own story. And they each have their own story as how they came to SeaWorld Orlando for us to help them. And since we started helping and rescuing sea turtles, we've released over 1,200. That's a lot of sea turtles. We've done a lot of work ourselves. We don't mind doing all that heavy lifting. But it's really going to be a little bit about what the guests can do to help them. And they're going to learn about one special thing that all these turtles have in common. And that's they all have a legendary journey. This journey, they take over many oceans and hundreds of thousands of miles in their lifetime. And our guests are going to enter into the 3D theater to experience this journey for themselves. They're going to go underwater in the 3D dome, sphere theater, and experience the turtles' journey themselves. They're going to experience the beauty, and it's going to be wonderful. There's a shipwreck they get to see, all these cool places. They're also going to meet some other animals underwater, and they're also going to meet some friends. And along the way, they're going to experience all the trials and the challenges and the beauty of being in this amazing underwater world. So how does this all work? Well, we're creating a brand new film. It's all CGI, and the content is so rich and so real, it's actually considered hyper-real. It's a new level of movie content that we're creating specifically for this attraction. The images will be so rich and so delicious that the guests are really going to think they're underwater with these amazing animals swimming around. But that's not all. We got all the technology, it's working behind the scenes, it's going to be amazing. The big change to this attraction, what makes it very personal to our guests, and this is a big move for us, is to become very personalized in these experiences, is that they will actually learn through the turtles' journey and at the end of this film experience and into the post-show experience. It's not really about what SeaWorld can do to help animals. Like I said, we'll do the heavy lifting, no problem. We'd like to do that. But it's really about what the individuals, our guests, you guys, can do as individuals to make a change. And we're going to teach them how to become everyday heroes. So this is a new word that we're using to describe what our guests can do as individuals to make a change. And all those guests around the global ocean, the planet, because everybody comes to Central Florida from all over the world, can take that back. And together we can do simple things to form a global web of global good around the ocean and make a difference. So, that's Turtle Trek, opening in 2012 at SeaWorld Orlando. But Terry mentioned a really big journey. Let me get him back up here, and he's got some He's got a new outfit. He's got a scarf.
Oh yeah.
So you're going somewhere cold?
Very cold.
Well, then I'm leaving. Okay. Cheers. Bye.
We are going somewhere cold. Somewhere very cold. Thank you, Brian. Thank you. Thank you. As you heard Brian describe, the 2 projects coming online in 2012 are projects that only SeaWorld could deliver. We're going to take people places they've never gone before. And when you think about all of the millions of people that we've been able to connect with and allow them to celebrate the natural world, this is just another extension of that. And we're going to take it farther. And you're probably wondering, why would he wear this scarf in this hot room? Well, I know something you don't know. I know where our next trip is, our next step in this journey. And it's going to be somewhere down south. We're not going to go all the way down there. We're going to bring it to you. We're going to take a trip to the South Pole. And if everyone's ready for that trip, you might want to button up your top buttons because we're going there. And you will see the South Pole.